Good morning, and thank you for joining me on Thursday, May the 7th, 2020. And this may seem like it belongs on a Monday because there's a lot of motivational speak that's about to happen now. There's a lot to unpack right now. And thank you for joining me because I know that you are not the same people that were joining me yesterday, because the World Wide Web, as it used to be called, there is so much traffic out there that this cannot be streamed to everyone that was watching the day before. And I've kind of learnt that through some algorithmic studies. So you might be brand new to me, and something within your preferences has led me on your screen, in your feed. And I am George, and I run a fitness business called TrainWise, Lifestyle with Fitness Coaching. And that's as far as I'm going to go with the kind of information that may seem like this post is a bit salesy. It's not, and I'm going to make sure it's not, because I've got a lot to unpack right now. And I'm going to give you a mantra that I live by that couldn't be more specific than it is right now. I'm going to give you a few questions that hopefully will provoke thought, and I'm going to ask you to engage. I'm going to ask you to engage in my post, because with communication is how we can spread the word, and with engagement is the biggest factor that there is for people on social media platforms to reach and to grab the attention of those that need grabbing. So what's the mantra? Adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. And that was said by a phenomenal human being that was on this earth a few years ago. The name of that phenomenal human being was Bruce Lee. Now, I did not develop the skill set that man gave to the world. So that man came and he had this phenomenal gift, and it was all down to the martial arts, and he created, in my opinion, what we know now in relation to martial arts. So everything that comes with that. So the jiu-jitsu, the judo, the MMA, mixed martial arts, the karate, everything, I believe, somehow, somewhere stemmed from that man there. However, what did I take from that man more than anything is that nugget that he had, that ability to train your brain and just to look at things somewhat differently. So adapt what is useful, reject what is useless. And I don't need to tell you right now what unprecedented times we're living. You don't want to hear that crap, because we all know what times we're living in now. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Not necessarily once it's over, but what are you doing about it now in order to preserve yourself and progress yourself once you're done? And here's the couple of thought-provoking questions. 2 F's. Do you believe in faith, or are you an advocate of fear? If you had a choice, like if someone said to you, listen, there's only 2 F's. You go one way or you go the other. Which one would you choose? Is it going to be faith, or is it going to be fear? And then look at your life as it is right now. And there is no judgment. Is there suppression, or is there stimulation? Now, I'm going to give you a little insight on how coaches become the best coaches ever. I'm going to give you an insight how mentors become the absolute mentors. I'm going to give you an insight how trainers are the best trainers, or how they can become the best trainers. I come from that fitness business arena. I come from the fitness sector, so I'm always going to relate it back to that, right? So that's something that you should know. So those people that have never joined me before, that's kind of what I do. But it's not salesy. And the best coaches in the world are the ones that get coached. The best mentors in the world are the ones that get mentored. The best trainers in the world are the ones that get trained. So they invest their time, their money, their attention, their valued time into learning a new or getting better at a craft. You're a beginner and you want to become a master. So you invest into that mastery, going back to the Bruce Lee, adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. How do you add? You have to get to know. You have to get to know about you a little bit more deeper. So I've given you the 2 F's and I've given you the 2 S's. Now I'm going to turn your brain a little bit differently. I'm going to say that you do get coaching, that you do get mentored. I'm going to say that you do get trained. Now, if you do, that person that mentors you, trains you, coaches you, have you ever heard their narrative? Have you ever heard what they say and how they have become that person to be able to stand in front of you, position themselves as a figure of an authority that you give your attention to? What have they said? More than likely, they want to help people. That's why they're there, because they had something within them intrinsically, intuitively, that they wanted to express to someone else. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those that say, I want to help people. The person that I wanted to really help was myself. So I had to learn models, methods, tactics, systems, behavioral patterns, and go and tap deep into my own mindset to first of all find out about me. And I've often used the saying that you should put your oxygen mask on first, and I truly believe that. You should always put your oxygen mask on first, because that is the only way that you're going to help the person that is in front of you better than you could ever help anyone else, by looking after yourself first, getting your own oxygen in. Does that make sense? So those people that are in front of you, have they put their oxygen mask on? Or are they failing you? The reason why they're failing you, because they're starting to believe their own narrative of, I'm here to help others. I'm here to serve others. You're not. You was there to serve yourself. You was there to help yourself. Now, I truly believe, going back to the S and the S, that there isn't anyone here that's suppressed and watching me. I don't believe that, because you ain't got no time to listen to a person like me. Your algorithm, your likes, your preferences, your needs, your requirements, your desires, it's not me if you're a suppressed character. The only way that you would come on here is if you're watching or you need to consume mental health things. That's the only way that you would kind of be here, because you're suppressed, right? So you're more likely to be following those conspiracy theorists. You're more than likely to be self-consumed in your own molecular shit and finding out that nothing's going to work. We ain't going to get out of this and everything's doomed. The government are like putting a cloud over us and shadowing the truth from us. You're one of them. Okay, good. But you're not watching this, so I can say what I say. I'm not one of them. I'm one of those people with the complete the polar opposite. I was going to say bipolar. The polar opposite. I'm one of those. I don't think there is conspiracy at all, but I get that there's conspiracy. Does that make sense? So we all live in a world where there is a juxtaposition of opinion. And my opinion is that we're not here to conspire. We're here to aspire. We're here to share our wealth. For me, it's the wealth in health. What can the wealth in health do for you? I told you it's not going to be salesy at all. I'm not going to go there. I want you to have like a take-home message. And the take-home message is, what are you going to adapt? What are you going to reject? Might be me. But what are you going to add? And if you're going to add that specificity of valued understanding that your mindset is your keep set for your projection of health set, then you've won the game. You've won your game. So today being Thursday, go and win your Thursday. Go and win every single day. Just win it. Own it. Become it. Until the next time, peace and love.